flexible pockets. We all need them. If you have a side seam, I'll show you how to make them coming up. We all love pockets. We can put our stuff in them, we can strike poses, but we don't want them to show sometimes. So they have those hidden pockets that just kind of tuck into your side seam, and you don't know they're there until you're using them. So I once put a pocket, I think, was it 2 pockets? Oh yeah, into one of my bride's wedding gowns. She had a full skirt on, and we put real deep pockets in her gown, and you couldn't even see them at all. And she put her lipstick in it and all that stuff. So when you get a custom gown made, why not put a pocket in it? Anyway, you don't want those real fitted gowns with pockets. That would probably not be good. But as long as you have a side seam, you can put them in a pant, a skirt, a skirt. They can be set in. All you need is 4 of these pockets. It's a pocket bag, and you need 4 because you got one on the front that goes to the front, to the back, and then, or if you have 2, you can also just put 1 pocket in one side. Who says you have to have them all? So these are, I'm going to show you how to make these. These are actually instructions in your patterns whenever, and if you don't have a pattern, you can easily put one in there. You just got to find a pattern that has the pocket bag in here. You can also just draw it too. The straight grain is important right here, so it's usually straight here, and it just fits your hand right here, so however deep you want. Also, if you have a pattern that is, let's say the pocket bag is not small enough, you just round it out and make it deeper. So it's really easily customizable. So just to go over the instructions real quick, you have the pocket bag gets stitched to 1 front and then 1 back, and then it gets sewn around in a circle right here, and then there's a hole when you get your front and back pieces together. You just leave an opening, put the hand in, and then the pocket bag gets turned to the front, and it's pretty simple. So let me show you how. Alright, we're going to start by putting the pocket bags onto all 4 sections. I'm just going to do 1 section for samples. Real important to put the notches in your pattern. Also, there's a notch on the pocket bag here. There's one right there that I don't think it's that important, but it might help you match up the circular part here. And we're going to be, so this is the crotch seams here, so we don't need those. What we need is the side seams. And like this one is side seam there, it matches here. And this pattern also, it says 3/8 inch seam. So make sure you look in your instructions. A lot of times it's not written on the pattern, and a lot of times it'll say either a 1/4 inch seam or a 3/8 inch seam. And then so this is the front of the pant, because I can tell it's got a single notch right here. And then this is the back, it's got a double notch here. And, oops, drop that. And I'm going to put the other pocket bag here with the notches matching. And then I'm going to go and sew this, just this part right here, 3/8 of an inch. And then I'll press that over. Alright, setting this up to stitch here, reverse stitch it, just a regular stitch, 3/8. Now my presser foot from the edge to the center needle is 3/8. Sew that on all 4 pieces. Okay, we got that all stitched. Now on all of our pocket bags, we got to press that seam towards the pocket bag, like that, nice and smooth. And then we're going to be going back to the machine to understitch the seam right here, and that helps this pocket bag stay under when we get to the next steps. Alright, next we do a understitch. Just going to be stitching close to the edge, about 1/4 inch away from the fold. We're going to make sure this is very flush, how you'd say. Let's see, what did I just do? There we go. Just 1/4 inch. So we don't want any puckers here. We want this to be smooth. That's where the pressing is so important on that. Really helps this be smooth. See right here, this could actually go in, but we want this real smooth. Simply press that. Cut that off. That's what an understitch looks like. Helps it stay inside. Okay, now I have this all nice and understitched. The next step is to put your pieces together, your front to your back. Make sure it's not your front to your front. Have that happen a lot. Match this up as best it goes. If you follow all the seam guides, all this will match up really well. Now, there's 2 little dots here that I put on with a Sharpie. That was these 2 dots here. Whatever, I'm doing the size 12. So one here and one here. That's what this is, 8, 10, 12, 14. A lot of people get confused with those dots, but it's just what your size is. And this is like where the hand will go in right here. And this instructions are showing us to sew from 5/8 inch down on the upper part down to the circle, and then from the circle down again. So that's from here to here, and then from here to here. And then we got to sew the pocket bag up like that. That's the easiest way to do it. So this is 5/8 right here. That's that circle should have been 5/8 in. That's where it is. And then 5/8 here and then down. So that is my next sewing job. All right, now I got to sew 5/8 here. And look at my 5/8 on my throat plate here with the measurements. Start sewing, reverse stitch it. Sew to that first circle right there, and reverse stitch here. Needle up, and I can actually just take it, drag it up to the next one. I'm going to start right here, reverse stitch here, and sew 5/8 right here, all the way to the end. Just cut these off. Oops, take it out. All right, now what I can do is cut this thread, and cut that back thread here, and then I can take this right here and sew 5/8. I could put a couple pins. This fabric is sticking together really well. I can do, it doesn't even have to be 5/8, it could be 1/4 inch, because this is all inside and it's just about the depth of the pocket bag. I'm going to reverse stitch it here, sew it around. There's even my 2 little notches match up. Sometimes it's easier, just especially if it's a lining, to definitely pin it because it slips. I'm just going to sew it in a circle, in a curve, right here. I'm going to come up here, and then I'm going to be shooting for that circle right there. You're going to sew through all this thickness. It feels a little weird, but that's what you do. Right up to the circle there. Right there, reverse. There. And it's done. We take this out. There's the pocket bag. I'm going to show you where to, we're going to clip it and press it, and then it's done. Right, there's all that. I'm going to come in here and clip out all these threads. There's a lot of threads in here. And then what I'm going to do is come in here and clip up to that circle. And then if you when you reversed it on both sides, it actually reinforces it, so then it releases it there. I'm off a little close here. It might be good just kind of reverse it all there. Then that's your pocket bag. So this is actually the back of my pant, because I can tell with the notches. And then, so right here is the pocket bag. Turns in there. You want the pocket bag to the front. I can tell front's there. And you can press it. And this sometimes is actually when the seam is going towards the front of the pant, right there. And then there is your hidden pocket. Can't even see it, depending on the fabric, right there. So now you have, that's what it looks like under there. So that understitch really helps it to stay under there, right there. And there is one hidden pocket. Well, there you have it. One hidden pocket. Can't even see it. Love that. It's that understitch that really helps it stay in there and not get puckered. Also, when everything just sews really straight together and you use the right pocket fabric too, you don't want to use anything crepey, like let's say it was a rayon crepe or something that's going to pucker up, especially after washing. You can use, I mean, it doesn't have to be the same fabric as the garment either. It can be like a broadcloth type fabric if it's a slippery other type of fabric, so that it stays put. That will help it hide a little bit better. Also, you want to just baste the pocket bag towards the front because that's where your pockets go. A lot of times if pants don't have a tag on the back, you can always tell which way the pockets are going. And then like this is a waistband that would fold down here, and then you just, you know, I guess stitch it down and put the elastic in it. But there is your hidden pocket right there. So try one, do a little experiment on some muslin fabric like that, and these are really easy to make. You can also do them in existing garments you have if you can get the side seam open. A little trickier because you got to get it in there, but it's doable. So maybe you have a good alterations person that would know how to do that, or better yet, maybe you know how to do that. Anyway, so if you really got to have a pocket in one of your garments, there is a way. There's always a way. There's even patch pockets, which I did a video on that too. So there's your hidden pocket. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Be glad to answer them. And I'll see you in the next sew bit.